Christmas blessings to all of you in the Diocese of North Carolina. We know that this holiday season, not unlike last year, there is a certain amount of anxiety, concern as we continue through this pandemic time. And we know that the first Christmas was also a time of uncertainty and fear and even danger. And yet, as we walk with the Holy Family this Christmas, we are comforted by the promises that surround us. The promise of the star that guides them, the promise of the angels that whisper hope and joy, even in the middle of all that they are facing. This past Sunday, the fourth Sunday of Advent, I was at one of our congregations, and during the children's homily, we talked about the creche scenes that we set up in our homes and the different traditions. Some people put the baby Jesus in the creche scene when they set it up. Some wait until Christmas. And we decided, especially this year, but it's true every year, that there's no wrong time to bring the baby Jesus into the creche scene, just as there is no wrong time to recognize and celebrate with joy the gift of God's presence, Emmanuel, with us. That Jesus is there and meets us where we need him most. And that is what we remember and celebrate and give thanks with all of you and with the community that we share as we celebrate together the gift of the Incarnation. Bishop Anne.
Thank you, Bishop Sam. Yes, this season of anticipation is finally giving way to this season of joy and welcoming the Word incarnate, just as you have said. Many musicians have noted through the generations that there is a chord in the hymn, "O Come All Ye Faithful," on the last verse that's the chord that hits when we get to the word of God. And it's a special seventh chord where you just know that's the moment, it feels like. And I love that moment at Christmas Eve, but I was going to share that there's a moment I love even more when actually, even though we talk about quiet during Advent, there's a moment on Christmas Day when I can usually find that moment of sitting quietly, no matter what still the anxieties or unknowns or uncertainties, which, as you just said, still exist. There is a moment of quietness where I realize that God has given me so much, and that gratitude of joy in the family, the friends, the experiences, the highs, the lows. There's a moment of quiet joy that is kind of that same moment in the hymn, "O Come All You Faithful." You just feel it and you give thanks for it. So I'm wishing for you that quiet moment of joy Christmas Day, when we can settle down and lay down all the fears of this weary world and just rejoice in the presence of Jesus as we find it in the presence of those we love.
And we are grateful for all of you, and we are deeply grateful for our staff team that has walked with us as we've navigated this time and as we look to celebrate together the gift of joy at the coming of Jesus. So they join with us as we wish you together Merry Christmas.
Christmas.